Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you the poem The Road Not Taken. The Road Not Taken is composed by Robert Frost. Robert Frost was an American poet. He was famous for his poetry. He was born on March 26, 1874 in San Francisco, California, United States of America. He was very famous poet of his time. His poems were published firstly in England, then after that America. He was also considered the voice of America. He was also rewarded Pulitzer Prize for poetry, and he has also rewarded gold medal in 1960. He was named the laureate of Vermont. As you know that he has composed the poem The Road Not Taken. The Road Not Taken was published in 1916 in a collection entitled Mountain Interval. It is about the journey of life. The road not taken describe the journey of life. Here, the road symbolizes the life in this poem. And as you know that the life has choices. It is about the journey of life and contains a deep hidden meaning. This poem has a deep and hidden meaning. It is about decision people make during their lives and doubts they have making the decisions. It means each and every person in their life, they have choice, which choice they have to choose and which choice they have not to choose. It means each and every person in their life, they have their own choice. Whether it was right or wrong, the choices may be right, the choices may be wrong. A traveler is passing through a jungle in autumn season. Here the traveler referred to the poet Robert Frost. One day, Robert Frost was passing through a jungle in autumn season. He had reached to a place where the road diverged into the two parts. The road was diverged into the two parts. But he has to choose one because he cannot lead both the road at the same time. So he had to choose one. Firstly, he observed the both roads and thought about which road he would choose. He watched the both road where he could see. He observed that both the roads have looked the same. They have covered with dry leaves. But he has observed that the first road was more traveled, but the second road was less traveled. So he decided to lead the second road because he thought that the first road was traveled by a lot of person, but the second road was not traveled by a lot of person. They have less, it has less used and wanted to use. So he had chosen the second road to went from there. My dear students, as you know that in our life we have to choose the things to lead it. We have our own choices. We have to choose the things may be good, the things may be bad. But firstly, we have to think about the choice that we are going to choose. Thus, we can say that in this poem, the speaker was traveling through a forest during the fall. When he reached a point where the roads diverged into two paths, and the speaker had to decide which route to choose. It means here the poet was confused to choose the road. Which road he must be chosen. The decision was not easy. He stood there for a long time. He wished he could take both roads. However, he knew he couldn't see since it bent, it undergrowth. Finally, the speaker chose the other road, which looked as attractive as the first one. Both the roads were attractive, but he thought that the second road was more attractive than first. So he had chosen the second road to lead. It seemed to him that fewer people had used it. The second road was used the fewer people. It was grassy and wanted to wear. He chose the less conventional road. He chose the less conventional road because it was less used by the people. And it implies that he wanted to do something different because he thought that he wanted to do something different and not be like the other. The speaker hoped to return one day and take the other road. He thought that one day he would become and lead the first road. But knew that once he chose one way, it would lead to another and then another. Therefore, he was unlikely that he would ever go back to the road he has not taken. In the end of the poem, he had used a line I will be telling this with a sigh. In this line, he has shown he has a lot of fame. He was unable to lead the both road at the same time. He regretted for the first road that he was unable to lead. In the sense, we can say that there are a lot of choices in our life, but we have to choose one of them, because the choices is one, then it must good in sense. But we have a lot of choices, they are not good, because they have their own way to lead it. In the sense, we can say that it had a great influence in his life. Choosing the road is a metaphor for any decision that is made in life. Once a person makes up one's mind, it is almost impossible to go back to the starting point and make another decision. If we have taken one decision, then it is difficult to choose the second decision. Then after that, we can say that we have to select our choices that we are able to fulfill it, that we have achieved our goals. This type of choices we have to choose. Even if one is satisfied with one choice and feels no regret, one will probably continue to wonder about the road not taken. It means we have a lot of choices in our life, but we should be chosen the correct choice that would make our life success. My dear students, I hope you would have learned something about the poem The Road Not Taken. Goodbye.